In this segment, we're going to look at some of the ways dangerous women are prepared to trick a man into marrying her. Women who are serious or desperate to find a husband invariably learn about a book that boasts sales of more than 1 million copies. It's called The Rules. If your girlfriend is in possession of this book, watch out. You're possibly what the authors describe as live prey. In fact, the authors also suggest quite strongly that this is a book that should be kept out of sight. This is why, because she may adopt the following tactics. She will never say or show that getting married is on her mind, even when it is. She rarely, if ever, calls you or even returns your calls. She wants you to do all the running to make it look as though she doesn't need you or even want you. She wants you to think of her as a challenge. Then, further down the line, when you've put so much effort into winning her, you'll then be less likely to dump her. She's taught to make sure that whenever you're on the phone together, she will be the person who always ends the conversation. She always wants to leave you hungry for more. She makes a point of not answering your phone to you to create the impression that she's too busy or is in such demand from other men. This might not be at all true, but she wants you to think other men want her. The authors believe that most men will fight harder to win a girl if they think they've got competition. Part of that is about her deliberately appearing to be emotionally cool towards you. She's also encouraged not to show she's jealous or insecure. She's told to never appear needy, even though she might be an extremely needy individual. She's advised to never ask you where you've been or who you've been seeing. This helps her perpetuate the appearance that she's not being that bothered. She always acts as if everything is great, even if it isn't. In fact, she's told to always look and sound happy and upbeat, even if it's an act. She will also act to look as though she's independent, so that you don't feel as though she's expecting you to look after her and care for her, even though that is her objective. She won't agree to see you more than twice a week. She may claim that she's not available, even if she is. She's told that she must never accept an invitation for a weekend date if you ask her after a Wednesday of that week. She doesn't want you to think that she can be called last minute, and she'll say yes. She learns to gently insist that you have to arrange your schedule around her. A girl who's read this book is also told to never have sex with a guy until at least after 3 dates. She's told to dump any guy who doesn't give her expensive romantic presents for her birthday. She's also advised not to live with you or even leave her things at your place. She wants to condition you into thinking that if you want to see her 7 days a week, you have to marry her. If you're in a long-term relationship with a girl who wants to get married, she may claim that she's pregnant. Now, this is sometimes just to see how you respond. I mean, genuine accidents happen, of course. But if it does happen, calmly ask her how she feels about it. When, not if, she asks you how it makes you feel, tell her that you want children only when they're planned. If she pushes you into tell her what she should do about it, if she's pregnant, don't be drawn on that. If she's manipulating you, that is the trap. Politely and considerately say you're prepared to sit down to discuss it properly if or when a pregnancy test proves positive. As if the prevalence of sexually transmitted disease weren't enough, accidental pregnancy is a key reason to always use a condom when having sex with a single woman who may want children when you don't. Particularly unscrupulous and dangerous women will deliberately get themselves pregnant if they suspect that their boyfriend will do the honourable thing and then ask her to marry him. A lot of men do. Now, if any girl exhibits a combination of any of these behaviours, she's almost certainly working on you, so be very careful. The book I've been talking about has been described as an approach to manipulate an unsuspecting man into committing himself to a marriage that he thinks was all his own idea. The authors claim that if you follow their rules, the reader can be rest assured that her husband will treat her like a queen even when he's angry with her because he invested so much time and effort into getting her in the first place. The authors also claim that when women follow their recommendations, their approach has led to countless happy marriages. What they don't share is how many marriages they've helped to start that have resulted in misery for everyone, including any children who were produced by this deceitful scheming. Nor do they say whether such an outcome would be in the best interests of any man who is duped by a woman so desperate to get married that she'd resort to this type of behaviour. The book says, if you're a genuinely nice person, you'll probably feel cruel when you do the rules. You may think that you're making men suffer, but in reality, you're actually doing them a favour. To the authors, playing games is not bad. What seems to say it all to me, though, is how they beseech their readers not to tell their therapist about the book, because the therapist may just believe that such an approach is a manipulative, deceitful and dishonest way to trap a man into marriage. Surely not.